Hi guys, I'm Robin Gergiefi, and this is my very first YouTube video because I decided to start a channel. And the reason why I make this video is that I draw since I remember. When I was born, I think I was born with a pencil in my hand. And not too long ago, for years, I was always very frustrated when I was drawing something, a portrait or whatever. If I didn't succeed at first time, I was so angry and frustrated. It was so bad. I was just in a big suffer all the time when I was drawing, and for a very long time I hated to draw at all, because whenever I put a pencil in my hand, I was very frustrated. Yeah, I was just overwhelmed because of myself. And I make this video for people who are the same as I was in the past, that if you grab something and you love to draw, but whenever you start something, you get very frustrated. Just let me tell you some insight about me, so I can give you more background and a bigger meaning of why I'm making this video. For years, I was learning how to draw anything from people so I can improve faster. At first, I was decided to make portraits because for me, I thought that a human face is the hardest to draw, because if I can draw a human face, then I can draw a house or a car or whatever, because those are more simple. Because to draw an eye and the face, for me, it was the hardest. And the second thing what was the hardest for me is to draw freehand. Because when I was about 6 years old, I did something like put a paper on another paper and just copy it. But then I decided that this is stupid. I don't want to do it because it's too easy. There is no fun, and maybe for my ego it wasn't appropriate. So I wanted to do a portrait with freehand, but I was always very frustrated because of it. And I was watching tutorials all day, many times, to learn how to, what is the key, what is the missing thing, what is the secret to easily draw a portrait with freehand, just relying in my eyes. And not too long ago, I found it how to do that. And for me, when I realized this kind of secret, I was very grateful, really. And I wasn't hear from anybody who would teach it, because in many tutorials, I just saw time lapses and they tell you what they do, that okay, draw the jawline, etc. But for me, it was, sometimes I learned a little bit, but it didn't give me that big plus. So today I'm here to share you what I improved for myself, which helped me to boost my art much more better. So I'm not frustrated anymore, and I just enjoying the drawing. Enjoy. Okay, so guys, first, before I would show you what I want to share with you, I thought that I show you some of my art so you can see what I can do freehandly and without any grids and without any measurement. So this is Son Goku. Of course, this is not my best shot, but this is also a freehand art. And yeah, I made some outline. It's also look like it was printed. The second is Jon Snow. This is freehand as well. Then here we have, I'm not remember what is the name of this actor, but I really like him. I not see him in too much movie, but yeah, there is some writing as well, because I had some writing there, and after I make the portrait on it because I wanted to practice. This is freehand as well. Everything is 100% freehand. Here I have Baelish Peter or Patier. I didn't finish it because I just draw because I enjoy, and I'm not always finish what I begin because I don't want to. I just draw what I feel I want to draw. Here I have Theon. Freehand as well. Jorah freehand as well. Yeah, this is more Game of Thrones season for me, because when I watch Game of Thrones I have more attitude to draw. And here I have Robert De Niro as well. This is freehand as well as everything. So now I just first wanted to show you what I can draw without any measurement, and Oh yeah, and here I have Justin Bieber as well. I just started it yesterday. As you see, I just started to shade the eyes, and I have just the basic lines and some basic the first layer of shadow. And this is the technique what I use. This is really clear and simple, but without any frustration, without any useless time spent. Because I see many guys who just draw and you know the what I see, it's not 100% true, but what I see on them, that they worry too much on the lines. At least back in time, I was worrying too much about lines, and I was very careful, and it took many time. But this portrait took about maybe, I think, less than 1 hour with everything. So also what I want to share, it made me possible to draw everything much more faster, much more effective. So now I grab a piece of paper and I show you what I want to share. So here I have my paper. The model will be Cameron Diaz. I'm not sure if I can show you the picture. Oh yeah, just like this. So here I have Cameron Diaz without any makeup. Maybe she has some makeup, but this is not too strong. So what I want to do first, this is my own technique as well. So how I draw, I don't draw like you know, just the basic form of the face and just show the center line, the eye line, and the nose. So I don't do this I call it crap. I know it's not crap. For me it's crap because I tried many times. It's not my thing, it's not work for me. And this video is for you guys who tried this many times as well, but it's not work for you either. So what I do, I like, you can start whatever you want with the nose, ears, or like this as well. How I like to start with the eyes. I will start with the right eye, which will be the left in this case in the paper. So my top secret is what I found, what helped me really fast draw fast, effective, without frustration. I just sketch the loosest way I can, like this, and I constantly watch the reference picture just like that. I always measure with my eye. I not measure with my hand, but I'm relying only in my eye. And in a light method, you don't even have to care about how light the line is. You just draw it. You just constantly look the picture and you put everything in place. What you see, that should be there. For example, in the iris, I think the edge of the iris should be here, and then the eye about like this. You know, this is the angle, this is the length of the top eyelids, and just like that. So I think this is okay. I put here some pupil as well, and that's it for the eye. And then I make some further details here. Sorry for the moving camera, but this is my first video and this is how I could handle it. But you know, if I will continue my YouTube career, then I will get a much better camera. So here I do the same, just the loosest way I can. I just enjoy drawing. This is just 100% fun. And you know, I make some crunch here, some wrinkles, yeah, just like that, really light, just to help me see the whole picture, how you know, the nose, the edge of the nose, where is the place of it, and just like this. And then the final thing what I want to do is the eyebrow, just like that. And sometimes here the eyebrow. So I see this is from the top eyelid, this is the distance. Okay, I got the distance. I got the angle of it. And the second thing is how long is the eyebrow. The way I do it, I just loosely. From this, this is my reference point, the end of the eye. And from this, I just do this line, yeah, just this guideline. And then I have the end of the eyebrow, and on the other end I do the same, and that's it. And now it looks really a little bit chaotic, a little bit loose, you know, just basic lines and really messy. And now what I do, I start with fixed points, which I prefer. Sometimes I start here, sometimes here, or the eyebrow, whatever. But most of the time I start with one of the side of the iris. So now I told you what I pay attention. I pay attention to be really loose and draw everything as correct as I can, but without any stress, just with fun. I don't care if it will be bad or not bad, because now I not just showing you a technique, but a mindset. And the point is of this mindset is that you make it everything as loose as you can as a first step. And if you made any mistake, then here you can correct, or if it will later on, if it will be very bad, you can start another drawing. You don't have to stress about it. But now we are not talking about making another drawing, but making everything perfect at first without any stress. So again, everything really loose. I got it as a first step. This is the end of the first step. When I'm done with the first step, then I start with the second step. I just apply 2 steps for making the basic lines. And after I finish with the second step, it will look like Justin Bieber without the shades. So I will have these clear, really nice lines in place. So, So the second step is start here and a little bit darker. You don't have to pay attention to be darker. I make it darker so I can separate much more better. But first you just have to pay attention to follow better the lines. So here, what is the second step? Second step is about correcting everything, because okay, the sense is the first step made the basic lines. You have the ID. So actually the first step is instead of the the measurements with the pen and with ruler or whatever, because here you have this is actually the first step is your measurement, and the second step is about correcting and put everything in place. And here in the second step I do 2 techniques. Sometimes I just draw like this and draw the lines like this again and again following each other. Sometimes I just do like this, kind of more precise. So I just continue to do everything as correct as I can, just like this. I just follow. I just now I watch a little bit less on the reference picture and a little bit more on what I draw. But this is the point, that I don't think about what I do too much. I just this is another important thing in my method or in my mindset, that I'm not stressing too much. And what I mean by that is that not care about it too much, and not just not care about it too much, but yeah, don't stress it too much, and just simply let it flow. Let it flow what you see. And after, when you finish, you can watch how well did you did, and you don't have to think about what you want to correct. At least I'm not thinking about what I want to correct. I just rely in my eyes and in my mind, because it knows what I want to draw. And if something is not proper, then I can correct it. So yeah, this is really important for me, and I don't know how much did you get about it, but if you apply and understand and watch a little bit behind it, I'm sure it will help a whole bunch for you. It will make much more easier, and not just the drawing life, but maybe in your daily life, because this kind of technique or mindset, I use it in my daily life. Here I just color the eye, the iris, and later on when I do more refinement, more shades, and make the shiny details with white pen. So yeah, I just make it like this. I put some eyelashes just to make it more like Cameron Diaz, to make it more comparable in my eyes. Yeah, here's some eyelids as well. And just continue with the basic lines. Yeah, now I make the first step, and I just draw the lines, another and other, following each other. Oh yeah, it was a nice saying. And yeah, I just watch the picture. What I do, this is very important, this is why I wanted to share as well, because in many tutorials, as I said, the guys just tell the things, what they do. You know, they tell that, at least this is what I was hearing, that they tell you, okay, draw the top eyelids and that's it. You know, they show you that they go this direction, a little bit down and like this. But I wanted to tell you as well that what is in my mind. And in my mind is like just watching the picture, just relying in my mind, in my eye, and just put there the line. Don't think about it too much. And if it not succeed, if it's not like what you want, it's not the result what you want, don't worry. This means that something needs to correct, and if you don't want to correct, that's fine as well. You just let the drawing drop in the bin, or just put it aside, and that's it. You don't have to worry about too much. And yeah, that's the point of all of this. First, draw a basic line which will help you to guide the lines, and after, do your best to follow the lines. And yeah, now I almost finished with the basic lines. Here I make stronger the eyebrow as well. Later on I will erase it a little bit, so it will be less messy. I mean, I will erase this to a little bit lighter version, especially on the eyebrows, because the eyebrows, you know, it's very little bit fewer, and it looks stupid if this guideline is here. But for now, it's really helpful for me, because I can see everything for myself, which lines, how they behave. So it's really good. And if I see the whole picture, how they behave, then I have my point and my stand, and then everything is much more easier. Now it's look a little bit different, because the iris is a little bit too darky, but it's fine. You know, this is the stuff that you can always correct all the time. And this is what I wanted to show you. Basically, I have the basic lines. Now, if I correct a little bit more and erase it, and after shade it, and also put the other eye there and the whole structure of the face, it will look like my other drawings. And here, what I usually do, I just lightly erase everything. What I mean by everything, the first step. Erase the first step, and when I erase the first step, I will have just the stronger lines, and it will look like much more clear and less messy. So you can show, you know, a nicer picture, and maybe when later on you put the shadows, it will be much more appealing for the eyes. And yeah, now here I just usually go around again, make it stronger, and it will look just fine. Okay, that was it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have, you know, some take on. And I hope that I helped for you. If you are the same or similar personality as I was, that frustrated too much about the drawing, for me, this is the key. This is what I improved for myself. I just came up with this for myself under the years, and it just, you know, it's priceless for me. So I hope that if it will be help as useful as for me, then I think you already gained a lot. If you do, then please comment it below, and if it helped you and you feel rightful, then please subscribe for me. And also I have a Instagram account, which is Claro Artist. If you are more curious about the stuff what I draw and create, sculpt, and the other stuff, then visit it. Bye guys.
Hello guys, I am the very first animated character made by Robin. If you enjoyed the video, push that like button. And if you wish to receive more video like this, then subscribe. Until the next video, I see you later.